good evening, everyone, and welcome to another week with us here, the Gamers DMZ. We have with us tonight what later on we'll have OG Double M. He said he's going to be running a little bit late. I almost forgot to say that. But with us tonight, we have Jazzy Moto.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Did you hear him, Jazz?
Yeah, I said hello, everyone.
Oh, we didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, we didn't hear you.
The
They must have
podcast
signed
hears
off
me.
or something.
I see the red bars
Okay.
going. Well, happy Thursday, everyone.
Mega Elixir. That's with us.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
You have me, Sir Rich. Surge, you might hear sometimes. And we also have our host, the one.
Evening, everyone. Thank you guys for joining. And again, thank you for your patience and like and subscribe to us. And we're going to get this show on the road because we have a lot of interesting topics, some that may be heated, but nonetheless, we have some interesting topics. That being said, let's start off with what we've been playing this week. Let's start out with Mega Elixir. What you been playing?
Um, just some Super Mario Bros. 3, and that's it.
And how old is that game?
Oh, it came out like 1990 in America.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty retro.
Uh-huh. I think that game was before you was born, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, way, way before I was born.
That way, way.
Wow, he's playing the game. Okay, so that's all you played
Whew.
this week?
1988. I had to look.
Yeah, well, in Japan, 1988.
Yeah, I had to look.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you went way back. They didn't even they didn't have achievements then, so nah. Okay. That's all you played?
Yeah, that's it.
And what did you play it on?
It was on the Switch. You could play like old NES games if you have like Switch Online.
So you just more or less when you play as of late, you just since you playing all those old games, you are considering, or you are thinking that you're playing like a smorgasbord? Because you just seem to be popping in and out with games.
Like just like I think I just decided to play it because like why not? Just a little like yeah, just a little something to entertain me.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Okay. Serge, what about you?
Oh,
Interesting.
oh yeah, definitely. I was like, oh, okay. Now I kind of want to do something. And the enemies, it's like they give you a lot of enemies. Uh, Dying Light 2. Me and Jazz was. I finally talked her into downloading that. I started a new game with that. She started playing that. What else? Diablo, Destiny. All these D games.
Hmm.
I've been in one alphabet letter all week. uh, I turned on City Skylines because I was kind of let down. They didn't announce that when two was coming out, but then I saw something. Then it like December 5th. I think they finally said something.
I thought they delayed one of those games.
It did. City Skylines 2 was delayed on
Okay.
Xbox. I
Okay.
think I
That's what.
just saw it was announced that it was coming out on like December 5th or something. Finally.
Okay.
I think
And
I've
a
been
couple.
playing some Party Animals. I think that was this week. Yeah, I think that might be. Oh, and I turned on Wild Hearts too because I noticed it was in Game Pass.
I don't. Yeah, I need to download that too.
Mhm. I think that's it.
That's
I
it.
was like, Wild Hearts. Ooh, let me try this out.
Okay. What about you, Jazimoto?
I played Dying Light 2 with Sir Rich, which was fun. I finally got my mojo back after some screaming and, you know, good nail biter. What else? Um, God, did I play Counter Strike 2? I'm gonna just say Counter Strike 2. Oh yeah, I've been playing the mess out of Dishonored. The one that Rosario Dawson voiced. I think I'm on the
Yeah.
fourth chapter now. So really, really like that series. Um, what else? As always, I know there's something else I just cannot think of right now. Um, yeah, we did play Little Party Animals as well, just a little bit.
Ah, yeah, I thought it was. I was like,
And I know there's something. Why do I always forget stuff? I'm getting old, but yeah, mostly Bloodborne to be, or not Bloodborne. See, look, look. But yeah, mostly Dishonored. Oh, Deathly the Outsider. That's what it's called. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. That is the name of the game. Dishonored,
yeah.
Death of the Outside. That is
It's
it.
like it's one of
Okay.
the side ones. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. What did I play? Played today for a hot minute because it's a trial out. Immortals of Avium, and it may be okay, but that beginning chapter is just a little too long. But I played that. It's kind of smooth. I'm gonna finish the trial this week just to see if I want to buy it because I know it's gonna be on sale or maybe coming to Game Pass. But I still may buy it. And I'm really getting into Like a Dragon, the man, like was it Like a Dragon Gaiden, the
Mhm.
man who was erased. I'm get, I'm playing that, and I'm switching between my uh, Xbox, but now when I play at night, like yesterday, I played at least 45 minutes to an hour on my Legion Go because I got the Legion Go.
Nice.
Actually, that screen is off the chain. The drivers need to be updated, but I like it. I like it a lot. And I didn't think I was going to like it. It doesn't feel as heavy as I thought it would be. But playing games like that, very much on point.
Can I
I
ask a
like that a
quick
lot.
question?
Yeah.
So, in regards to that game, like me as someone who played the story, do you think it would be okay? Like if I were to jump in, it's not like
Oh,
spoilers or anything. It's just straight
yeah,
gameplay.
yeah, yeah. Straight. It's not even.
Okay.
It's not a spoiler. They're totally different
Okay. So
worlds.
now you make me want to play, so I will play.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. That to me is one of the best ones.
Okay,
I
because that's
mean,
why I stayed away. I'm like, I have to finish the story.
yeah, they don't link up.
Okay,
And I think
cool.
they did that purposefully.
Okay.
But it's real smooth. I like it. So I'm getting into that. I played a game that my nephew, he's a software developer, a game developer. I played a game that his company makes called Divine Knockout. Played The Evil Within. I played Limbo. That game, Limbo. I don't know if any of you guys played it.
mm,
Yep.
That game, that game will pee you off real quick.
Yep.
pretty,
I beat
pretty
it on
much.
360. I gotta play it again. Get
Yeah,
one
yeah.
achievements.
Get your achievement. So that game, yeah. So I'm playing that. What else did I play? Oh, and see, I think I told you guys this, so I don't want to consider it playing because I don't want to consider this a play because we were talking about Grand Theft Auto last week, and I think Xbox was listening to our um, podcast because to get the points and the rewards, you have to play Grand Theft Auto.
I saw
It's
that.
a whole lot of points too. I was like, let me get this.
Like,
So I was
word.
like, I was like, somebody was listening to me. You know, like that kind of peed me off. I'm like, that wasn't fair.
Do the cloud play. Get them
Yeah.
achievements and move on.
And that's exactly what I did. I played it early before. If you get to it before 1 o'clock, it's easy to do cloud play. After one, two, and three, it like takes you 2 or 3 or 4 minutes to log in. And I gotta finish. I'm gonna try to. It's just so much to do. I may do it over the Thanksgiving break, but I gotta leave town on Saturday, I think. But I want to finish A Plague's Tale. But that's all I've been playing. So I'm putting my hands in everything, but I gotta download one more game on. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people like that. The Steam handheld. It's nice. The ROG Ally is nice. But that Legion Go, that 8-inch screen does something. 8.8 inches. I mean, it really does something. And they finish all the tweaks, and they get all the tweaks together and upgrade the drivers, because Starfield doesn't play well on it because it's always, I don't know what it is about that AMD driver and all these new handhelds. They have to update their drivers specifically uh, for Starfield. Other than that, those are all the games I've been playing. I had a good time playing those games. I did play Diablo as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I played that. But I only get to play it for like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed or something, because
Hmm.
I got to get up early, and I can, and Diablo will get you engaged and take all your time. So let's get a couple of these quick topics out the way. One of them is one that Jazamoto sent. No, we're gonna get to that one next. But quick topic. Earlier today, there was a lot of mumbo jumbo rumors going around about Grand Theft Auto 6, which we were talking about last week in our podcast. And so this week, the CEO of Take Two, who is the company that is the publisher of Grand Theft Auto 6, there's some type of rumor going around that they think that the longer the game is, and I'm paraphrasing, the more they should charge. So the rumor hit the streets that Grand Theft Auto may cost 100 up to 100, between 100 and $150 when it launches. And that being said, the first question I want to ask you guys is, do you think it'll sell, and will you buy it?
Yeah.
And will uh yeah, do you think it'll sell? Will you buy it? And do you think it's actually gonna happen? Jazz, go to you.
Will I buy it at that price? Absolutely not. Will people buy it? I'm sure there will be, because you know those GTA honchos out there who spend hundreds and $1,000 on, DLC and all that account. They don't care. So those diehard fans, I'm sure somebody's gonna buy it. Um, I don't know.
Do you think it's a rumor? That's so. Do you think it actually will come to fruition?
You know what? It's tough to say. It really is tough to say. I want to say no, but Rockstar, I have a love hate relationship with them in the past few years for several reasons regarding financials. So we'll see. Like, even if why should it be $75 or something? I don't know.
It's, yeah,
I
16. Was
am.
it? Games are 69.99 now,
Mm-hmm.
and with tax. So,
I'm not buying at that price. So
and I guess paraphrasing, and I'm gonna interrupt you guys
yeah.
for 1 sec. So, paraphrasing, I'm gonna let Serge give his point of view. Paraphrasing is like, okay, they're saying, look, if you can play this game for 2, 3, 4 years, which a lot of people have, because people are still playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and it's still in the top 10, which is bonkers to me. But needless to say, they're saying, well, if it's still out there and this game is still, but it's a live service game, so why shouldn't it be out there? And they're saying this because it's a long game. We giving you more for your dollar. If this game is 1,000 hours, why should we charge the same as a game for uh, that's 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours?
But can
That's
I?
like saying you. Well, I'm gonna give this one
Yeah, go
analogy,
ahead.
then go ahead. Yeah, I wanted to say. So they're saying like a crude analogy, nonetheless. Well, if you buying a house with 1,000 square feet, but I'm giving you a house with 10,000 square feet, why should they cost the same? Okay, go ahead, Jazz.
Real quick, only because you did make a good point with that, with the longevity and everything. But that just means, in my opinion, looking as a player of the game, then that just means that you made a good product that people flock to. That doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna charge you like a subscription based game, and you haven't been all this time. I wouldn't want that. Cause like with the house analogy, so what if they say, okay, well, I'm gonna charge you more on this house because you gonna live here for 20 years instead of 5? Like, no. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you. Serge, what about you?
I do not see myself buying it at that price. I'm sure I can wait for a sale. Um, can't really say that's a fair point in saying you're gonna play our game for X amount of time because it can come out and not be to expectation, and you're asking us to wait for you to fulfill a promise.
Now,
Um,
rumor has it. Now I'm going to interrupt. I don't want to. I want to interrupt you, and I want to interrupt you to give you a little more base context. Rumor has it, and then I hope this goes to fill a little more in why they want to charge so much. They're saying because of the hours, but rumor has it that that game cost $1 billion to make.
yeah,
Not 200 million, not 300 million, but they were saying that game cost over $1 billion. So
okay,
they want their ROI. So they're looking at it from if I have to put a cost of $1 billion to develop this game, then I need to at least make 4 to 5 times that much. Now, finish your point. That's I wanted to just give a little more context.
yeah, I could see that, but at the same time, to counteract that, they know what kind of live service game they potentially have on their hands, and they trying to get the goose before the egg.
Hmm.
Like you can't say this is guaranteed that you're gonna be able to satisfy this need, but if you had the success that you had with the last one, you're gonna make way more in the back end than you would charging people up front, and you'll have a larger clientele base because it's a lower entry fee for it. But like Jay said, there's some whales out there that'll buy it no matter what, and they'll be the first ones streaming it, the first ones playing it, and talking about how they enjoy the experience, and hopefully can bait others into it. So,
What about do you think he'll do it?
what do you mean?
If they're going to actually do it?
What do you mean going to actually do it? The
If
150?
they're actually, yeah, between 100 and 150, do you think Take Two is that bold to do it?
Uh, I think anybody's bold enough to do it at this point because that's just a
So you think there it's a good possibility that they're going to do it?
oh yeah, especially since they already had bundles at that price point,
Okay.
and they saying it so far ahead that you get used to the idea of it.
And they got a lot of technology. They're saying, "Hey, we got a lot of new technology, and this game is going to be, for lack of for the street vernacular, fire
Yeah,
or the internet."
because what you do is you release your price, and then you show how good the game is. As it goes along, the price slowly starts to seem so bad, especially during the inflation such as this. Might be a smart strategy. I don't know. It might work.
I got a lot of stuff to give you guys on that, man. How about you, Megan? Because I got a lot of different points.
Okay. After you said, so at first I was like, nah, I don't see it like hitting $100 or more. I could see it like at least being like 80 to $80. But after you said about like the budget on that game, I'm like,
Hold on, hold on,
maybe.
hold on, hold on. Let me add fuel to the fire because Starfield came out and a lot of people bought that $100 bundle. So don't think
Mhm.
that they're not getting these ideas in their head to say that if they can do it, we can do it too. But go ahead.
Mm, But yeah, I was about to say after hearing like, the rumor about the budget and making like GTA 6, now I'm kind of like, maybe, just maybe there's a big possibility that it could be $100 or more a game. And I can still see it sell because, well, it's GTA, one of the biggest well-known like, video game series. Do I have an interest in getting it? No. I actually haven't even touched the GTA series. And even so, I want my first game to not be like the newer like GTA games, but like the older ones.
The rate you going with going back to 90 games,
He
you'll
gonna
be
be playing
sick
the
of this
overclock.
shit.
He like finally.
Hey, I was
Like
like that
finally,
with
my
God of
kid's off in
War.
college. I can play
Hey, I was
GTA 5.
And you still gotta play
hey, I was
Yakuza.
Hey, I was like that with God of War. I didn't start with like PS4 God of War. I
uh,
started with the PS2 God of War.
Yeah, but see, you have more time on your hands then That's what's scaring me about you. Think you're gonna play all these games? You're about to go to college. You're not gonna have time to play any of these games. You're gonna be
Time is
cutting all
about to
that
change dramatically.
Understandable. I mean,
hair. Yeah.
understandable.
Okay.
Adulting shakes fist. Ah.
But let me give you a couple of points that I thought think is very interesting about this, and I want you guys to give me your opinion about the way I'm approaching it. First, I want to answer it this way: Will Strauss Zelnick do it? The CEO of Take Two? I think he will. I think he's just that bold. I think he will try it, and if he does release it, he can get away with it. He'll say, "What if I release it for $100 and it crashes and doesn't sell like that, right? Or if I release it for 150, he'll say those who bought it for 150, when we'll give you free download. When the next download come out, we'll give you a free one. So those people feel like they got something. Do I think people will buy it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think the masses will buy it? No, for the opinion that I'm about to give you guys right now, because one, I don't think um, they're going to buy it.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
Double just came. Okay, so one, I don't know if you guys can look at it this way, but I think they're on a slippery slope. Will he be bold enough to do it? Yes. Will people buy it? Yes. Will people buy it through the uh, at the rate of GTA 5? Here's the funny thing about that. Look at the PlayStation. I'm giving. Look at the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5. The rate of people switching. If I'm in GTA 5 and you're trying to charge me for GTA 6 $150 or $100, and I'm thinking you're ripping me off, then I'm gonna stay on GTA 5 and have fun there too. What's gonna make me rush to pay that? Just like Sarah said, I'll
Mm-hmm.
wait till it sell. So you at risk if you already got your best product out there making money. You sure you're not gonna cannibalize your sales because you still got Grand Theft Auto 5 out there? Reason why Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't released because one, they're taking their time. Two, they didn't want to cannibalize Grand Theft Auto 5. What's the rush? And if they do release it for $100 or 150, that's a very, I think he will. I think he'll try to get away with it, test the market, do pre-orders and see if they sell and give them some type of crazy bundle, get this skin, get that skin, because you know the game is going to be riddled. And I do mean riddled with all types of things you can buy and
Mm-hmm.
transactions. So it's going to be riddled with that. Because one thing about Take Two, they don't give you anything for free. They don't give you anything for free.
You pay for it, but they
Every,
forgive you after you pay for
they,
it. But you
yeah.
pay for it.
That's paying to get in the door. You gotta play to ride the rides.
So my point of
They
view,
carry you once you're done.
my
You
point of
think?
view is that I don't think, no, my point of view is that they need to watch that because that's a slippery slope. And plus, you have so many other competing titles out there for people dollars. You do have that Grand Theft Auto crowd or group that's going to continue to play that, and the game will sell like blockbusters. But it all depends on, like you say, this economic condition we're in, the economic times we're in. And a lot of people do not have that, a lot of free cash flow. So people have to spend their dollars wisely. And who wants to just spend dollars everywhere else without making sure a lot of people will do it? But I think some people are frugal about their dollars and want to make sure they spend their money wisely.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but with Strauss Zelnick, who will take that chance, because Strauss is he is what I call or what I look at as a stockholder's best friend, because he's going to make sure he's going to make that sure that stock price is where it needs to be, and microtransaction down in every game. NBA 2K riddled with microtransactions. So I don't think Grand Theft
You
Auto
mean
is
the
going to be
lottery game?
any.
The slots game for the
Yeah.
basketball players?
Yes. So if you looking at that, that's the way I see it. But OG, thank you for joining. We were talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 and the rumor that the game could cost $150. So a question to you would be one, would you buy it? Two, do you think they're going to do it? Strasselnik. Three, what was my other point? What was my
You
other
only
point?
gave him 2 points.
No, I gave three. I said, will they
Talk
buy?
about it and your thoughts on
Well,
it or something.
yeah. Will Grand Theft Auto sell? Will they release it for that price? And will Strasselnik do it? No, would you buy it? I'm sorry, would you buy it?
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I wouldn't buy it for no 150. Nah.
you wouldn't do it for the 150.
Mm-mm. But
Are you-
I find it interesting that why they not going the free to play route like the rest of this stuff?
Because Grand Theft Auto has never been free. He's never going to give it to you free, and he has no reason to give it to you free. But that's what I said. There are a lot of competing products out here for your dollars. That's my point when I said that to you
Definitely.
is that they need to watch that because what if, uh,
They paint themselves in a corner.
all right, and other people are here doing things.
Yeah. I mean, a whole nother generation that came up. You you think it's gonna do the same numbers as GTA 5? I don't know.
I
And
don't
it's
know. I
10
don't
it's
know
10
about that.
years. All those people who's playing GTA 5 are different people. So you going for a new audience as well as trying to captivate the audience that you have.
Hmm. So it's gonna have some woke stuff in it, right?
Oh, here you go.
I thought they were going anti-woke.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, woke, or what? Yeah, you mean? I'm sorry, they were going woke.
I don't know what they're gonna do with this because now it's like a powder keg of opinions about what y'all talking about.
Or they gonna soft park it,
I don't know. We'll see.
gonna get some Pandaverse.
I don't know.
But I always let me go by. Since you mentioned it, because I want to give I want to try to get a better understanding because it's this that term is really getting on my nerves when
What term is
people woke. So W brought
I
that up. Just give me
agree.
your give me your. We're not going to stay on this topic. I just want to get your point
that?
real quick.
Okay,
And
thank you.
I just want to. We're not going to stay on this. I just want to since
And,
double
and
brought this.
To
Give me your
clarify for the
definition.
audience
Yeah,
for the
yeah. Give me your
for those who
definition.
instead
can't
of
hear,
instead of catering to a general audience, they cater it more to women.
That's is that what you think woke man
what?
means?
No, that's what people are slapping the word woke on anything.
There you go. So we're not going to
Yeah,
spend our time on that.
that
Yeah,
ain't
But
no.
nah.
okay, we're not going to spend any time. But I always want to get people's understanding of what woke because woke to me means uh you
Self-insertion.
well no, no
No, let me get it straight.
well, hold on
Let me
though.
get it straight. Let me get it straight.
Okay, okay,
I know what woke mean back in the day.
okay, but
It
okay,
was culturally.
okay, but
So
right.
they didn't flip it.
Yep.
Well,
Say the
you that's
definition of what it was originally.
well,
See how
well,
far you can
no, right. But what I'm trying to say
It was
is,
about being self-aware of black culture in the
well, I'm
90s
not
and
even
Malcolm
right,
X
right,
in
self-aware of
right.
the
self,
1990s.
Self-aware,
self-aware of self, self-aware of
right,
self.
right. But I was going to give I didn't want to go that route, but you did enough for that. But what I was trying to say is give a quick definition. What irritates me about that word woke is like people are trying to make woke looks negative,
Mhm.
whereas
Mm,
woke
Yeah.
should mean hold on, OG. Hold on, OG. Woke should mean I'm up. So when you sleep, that means you don't know what the heck going on. So you letting people
Yeah.
pour stuff over your eyes. So that is what I was trying to mean. But when people say woke, to me, let's mean woke means I'm aware.
Exactly.
Aware, like Chris Turner said. So don't tell me that okay, you woke, so you want me to be asleep, so you want to put a wool over my eye. So you trying to
Mhm.
trick me. So when people say that, I always love people to give me a better definition because that's all. I don't want to go into that, but I just thought I just hate when
yeah.
people say that
Thank
word
you for
woke.
saying
I don't.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's
this
like the
this
word
this
what is it, liberal?
ghost
When people
phrase
say,
like
"Oh,
this.
we don't like liberals," but the root word of
Hmm.
liberal is liberty. So you don't like freedom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Think about what you're
That's
saying.
that's
Mhm.
always the great trick that turns things that mean something good into something bad.
Right.
That is
That's
always
it.
the
That's
greatest
it.
trick.
Okay. So we talked about Grand Theft Auto. And Jazz, let's go to your topic real quick. Not real quick, but let's get everybody discussion point on that. You brought something up about Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't want to take
So
full credit. It was just piggybacking off a point Sir Richard made last week. I just
okay,
wanted to Only because I saw so many people online talking about it and so many videos.
Hmm.
But y'all go
Okay, give me
ahead.
your
Picking on
back.
with me now.
Yeah, you
Okay,
know what,
go ahead.
Sir Rich, start.
Oh, wait, no, I want you to start. You brought it up, then
Oh,
we'll
I was
go
just
there.
gonna. I
Sir
was
Rich.
only gonna have him
No?
start because I was trying to pull up a slot
Okay,
or something.
okay,
But
okay. Well, let Sir Rich start. Let Sir Rich
yeah, give
start.
me like 2 seconds. Go.
But yeah, basically, I was saying last week that the campaign generally states that if it was seemed rushed. Everything about the game seemed rushed because usually they have a 3 year development and it was only 18 months. So ain't no
Okay,
way they had this game polished and ready to go in the
Okay,
amount of
here we go.
time that it takes a minimum of 3 years to create something like this.
okay, okay. I want you to. Okay, so you're saying it seemed rushed. It was seemed rushed. That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah, like it was
Because
meant
you
to be a
just said, okay,
DLC.
hold on. Oh, I just want to set I want to set the context. That's all I'm just trying to make sure. Serge is saying that the game seemed rushed because it usually takes th- 3 years to make a game, which is true. That has been the rule because you had Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and who's the other one?
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer. All three of them, one would take a year, and it takes 3 years. That's 100%. I cannot debate that. That's true. Okay. But that being said, and this is going this right here, you said it seemed rushed. Okay. Um, is that all you want to say about it? Because I want to make sure everybody get their point out.
And they have other implementations such as the system, the skill based matchmaking that they have cranked up to the max. That's kind of
Help us out because have you played it?
Yeah,
I want somebody who played it. You
I've
played
I
it?
don't
noticed
think any of us played
I
this.
know the skill based matchmaking from 1 and 2 because
No, no,
y'all
no.
know it as well because whenever somebody come play with me, y'all always complain about how sweaty it is.
Well, no, no, no. What I'm trying to say is because we are well versed in Call of Duty, I'm trying to give you to give a
A, a
visualization.
visual.
Right now, not even a visual, a basic understanding to anyone who's listening what you mean by they cranked up the what you call it.
Skill based
They
matchmaking.
right, they cranked it.
Basically,
Yeah.
instead back in classic Call of Duty, they would base the matchmaking off of who had the best connection, and they would just put the people who had the best connection together in the lobby so you could have the best match. But in recent times, more less in Modern Warfare 2019, they created they and patented a skill-based matchmaking system. And what this system does is it puts people of similar skill in the same lobby. And when you do that, you make the people who have a better ratio, kill death ratio, and play better go into a lobby together instead of playing with a variety of people and have the best connection. They prioritize skill over connection, and it makes a very unpleasant experience, even when you want to play with friends, because you might want to play with a friend who's less skilled than you, and it puts them in the lobby with people that are very high level, and they do not have a
Hold
good
on.
time.
Okay, okay. But if let's say it this way, but you kind of confused me. You're saying, and well, not you didn't confuse me. Let me make sure I understood you. So the skill-based lobby would put, let's say you rank number one in the world, doubles ranked number one in the world, and well, let me rephrase it. You rank number one in the East Coast, Jazz is ranked number one in the Midwest, double is ranked one in the East, and Mega is ranked number one in Europe. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, the skill base, all of you guys gonna play together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if one of your friends wanted to get in, he couldn't get in. However, you could add him to your team and he would by default be with you. So
Yes.
how is skill based? To me, I prefer skill based because you don't want to I rarely would want to. And as a matter of fact, do you remember the day when you would play with Call of Duty and you get these little knucklehead kids playing,
Yes,
yelling at
I
you?
just
Yes.
mute the
So
whole lobby.
right, right. You have to use now this point you get more skill-based people, which is true. I don't really have a problem with that. The problem I have with the language and the vulgarity and
Yeah.
certain words being used. And I'm not going to say the word, but you guys know where I'm going with that. However, I don't have a problem with skill based. I have a problem with physics in Call of Duty. not the skill, but the physics. Because when
And
you
that
can
plays as
that
well as with that
right,
too. The patent had does manipulate the bullet spread and stuff as well, like the
well,
that like
well,
auto aim
well,
assist that they got going
well,
on in there.
I'm not from have you guys played Call of Duty? I haven't played the new one yet, but I'm just saying in general, I when I play Call of Duty, I get like, okay, guys, I know this is a over the top. So you have to go in Call of Duty and they say this is over the top type of plan.
Mhm.
Over the top meaning when I jump and shoot, I'm like, okay, these guys are jumping and shooting. I'm like, where is the physics? There is no way you're that accurate
The
with
bunny
a
hop.
machine gun. Right.
Boink, boink,
You,
boink,
ju-
Fancy.
boink,
you,
boink,
you,
boink,
yeah.
boink, 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 boink.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? But it'll take points off of you if you're in one point and you're shooting. But this guy can jump. He's more accurate than I am, but I'm stationary. He's running. Make that make sense. But you have to jump back and say, hey, this is a skill. This is this. It's a running gun over the
It's like
top
they don't
shooter.
know what they want to be. It's like they
Well,
don't know if they want to be an arcade game or if they want to be a competitive game. And the confusion in between the two,
They want
something
to
has
be
to give.
Fortnite. That's what they want to be.
Something got to give.
okay,
Because if you go be a fun arcade game, be a fun arcade game. If you go be a competitive, be a competitive. You wanted to
but
be
I
just
want to.
competitive, put the skill based matchmaking on only on ranked matches and leave it alone
Okay,
on classic
but
on
I
casual
can get
matches. Like
I
make
can,
lobbies for this. You can do this. It's not a game
but
breaking feature. It's just you're making people uncomfortable in the game because you're trying to get certain people to level faster and to
okay.
enjoy the
Well, let
game.
me. Uh okay. So, what are your points, OG? Because I want to piggyback off something Serge said because he said what he's read the game is rushed, and that is really something I want to ask, get more information on. But what is your
Hmm.
opinion, OG?
I feel you on that though.
If it's rushed or not,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay. What about you, Megan?
Uh,
Mega?
Oh, you said me. I'm I'm gonna have to take. I'm basically gonna have to take Serge's word since I haven't followed the
Okay.
new Call of Duty. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay. What
all of
about
my
you?
stuff is opinion of others. I have
Very
no idea.
somebody else's
yeah.
point of view.
It's
Right.
just
So this is
yeah.
So
okay.
I'm waiting to get my chance to play it. I will play it eventually, but I'm not trying to
Okay.
play it
Same.
hard call right
Big.
The
This.
game is going down in January. Mark my words. I never buy Call of Duty until January. Never, because after the holiday sale, that's when the game drops. That first, the second, or third weekend after Christmas rush, they got a lot of their sales in. It's going to drop to I think 48.99 or something like that.
now.
That's when I
Yeah, I'll
bounce
copy
on
it
it.
then. Yeah, good, good.
Yeah, but I never buy
Good
that game.
idea.
Because one thing I always realize in January is going to be just as many people playing Call of Duty than anyone else. Now, for all, what is your thought,
You saying when
Jazz?
January hit, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
gonna
I
be a
like
different
Jazz,
story.
that.
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna be a
basic.
different story.
Jazz. What is your
Yeah.
point of view?
Yeah, basically the same, just echoing the sentiments of articles read, videos watched, and mixed with, based on my own personal experience with the game in the past. Because honestly, I can't think of a time where I had an issue like, oh, well, I want to make sure I have to invite my friends. Having to rely on that to guarantee a good gaming experience, and I think if that's what you got to do, that's kind of messed up. And then I keep seeing over and over that it was intended to be a DLC and how that's like blatantly obvious. So it's like, y'all ain't have to charge full price for that. If that's, how it was gonna be.
But
But
a lot of people are saying that Zombie is off the chain.
and you know what, and that might be, but I remember a point in time, and this is me getting on my old people soapbox, before zombies was a thing, the game was still legit without it. So,
And
and that goes
and
into the same category for me personally, just me speaking, is the folks who only play online versus the campaign. So, but if you want to play zombies, then have that as a DLC. Don't give me a DLC and then try and gift wrap it as a full game when it really isn't.
And also, they had that zombie mode as a Halloween event before in the DMZ.
But they're saying no. I went online and saw somebody play this new zombie mode, and it's not like the old one. They have a whole totally new zombie mode.
Yeah, they have
That's
a zombie mode in the DMZ. I'm saying in the original more
What's the
okay.
difference?
2016 one, the
Yeah,
first
because
one.
the one I know
They
is the
just
weapons
they
on the wall.
expounded on it. They expounded upon that.
Okay, yeah, okay. So what else you have to say,
Just say
Jazz?
it could
Yeah,
have been a
yeah,
DLC.
that,
That's what my argument.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's where see, I think I'm always a person. I'm a stickler for words. And that's all I wanted to say because when you said that, and you clarified it, sir. So I want to make sure because you did clarify it to a certain extent because you said the game seemed rushed. And when you tell me rushed, so I want to ask you guys this because I see in which where I try to make sure people see is that the hypocrisy, not with you guys, but the
But in the
hypocrisy that
world.
that you guys are getting and you're reading from all these people who I'm gonna call fake reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let me give you my point. Let me give you my point. Because when you said rushed, now I'm not saying that I'm saying you said rushed. I'm
Yeah,
saying
I have
you
a
got that.
word that popped in
No,
my head
right,
when you said
right, right. But I'm assuming that you got that word because you were listening to other people.
it. Mm-mm.
Okay, you didn't? Because to me, rush means that the game was rushed and it's buggy. I haven't heard anybody talk about only was one bug in that game that everyone spoke about. And it was somebody spawned in one location and they took that bug, they took that location out, so you couldn't spawn there.
Well,
It
rush
was a
can
spawn
also
point.
mean something that was intended
Mm.
as something
Rush
and
to hold
turned
on,
into something else.
hold
I
They
on.
got
can
an
That's
mean
where I'm
article
many
going.
up
things.
about their
Right, right.
response right now.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Was Baldur's Gate rushed? Because it had a
Uh,
litany. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm going because Baldur's Gate was in beta for 4 or 5 years. They let people play it. They then in 2001, that's how come it came out and everybody was liking it because it was like, hey, play it then, play it now, and then it released with riddled with bugs. Spider-Man riddled with bugs, but I've never heard anyone say Spider-Man was rushed because you want to apply.
favoritism.
Right. You want to apply certain terms to certain games. And that's what I was speaking of. That
Biasy.
right. That's
Biasy.
my point. Because if you know that, to me, I look at a couple of things when I look at a game. Is it fun? The fun factor is number one for me.
Mm-hmm.
The longevity. Now, see here, the hypocrisy comes. Uh, People are still playing. I don't know if you guys saw NPDs, the number one games. These people are still playing Modern Warfare 2022, and it's still in the top 3 to 10. And it meaning in sales too. So are you telling me people are not getting their money's worth? If people are still, did anyone buy last year's? Did anyone buy last year's Call of Duty? Who bought it?
Yeah,
Uh,
Darius bought
Hold
it.
on,
which one?
I know last year's. I bought it.
I
I know that. I
I
know.
want to say
I know.
yes.
Okay, can it? Because you saying yes, I bought it. Let me ask you a question. I'm putting you on the spot because I'm gonna answer too. Did you beat it, Jazz?
Oh yeah, the Call of Duties always beat the campaign first.
Okay, okay. Me, I didn't because I've once that's my thing. I try to go beat the campaign first, but the second I start playing multiplayer,
Multiplayer, you get
I
bored.
I'm like so I have to go back in and beat it. But honestly, I didn't beat it because once I start because I think it's the the fear of missing out, FOMO, and it's not the missing
Mm-hmm.
out of the fear of missing out, but it's the fear of ranking up because in Call of Duty.
Yes.
You want
How you get
you
489?
that's so that's what I mean by the FOMO because you're getting into battles with people that are ranked 2 or 300. Here you are, the lonely 101, and you trying to rank your equipment up, and you just getting killed until you get better gear. So I think
Yeah, and that's not
that's the
fun.
no, and that's why you put Call of Duty down, and I may just go ahead and beat it before I buy the new one, which I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But my point is, I think with people saying that it was rushed, I don't like the word rushed. I just say if you're going to say, and I can't disagree with you if you said it was a because it really was. I'll give you the fact that they said that this new Call of Duty was going to be a DLC. But you forget who was the head of Activision Blizzard. and that was Bobby.
That,
Yeah, yeah.
that was
So
Bobby.
Kodak,
Bobby, yeah,
cheesy
yeah,
smiling Kodak.
yeah. So that man will make every penny he possibly can. But again, he knows the value of his product. And if you know your value of your product, don't complain. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I'm not buying it until, and I saw everybody playing. I'm like, guess what? I got so many games I can wait.
For real.
But I'm not gonna say it's not going to be fun because if you judge a game off the engagement, you judge the game off the graphics and how it looks and the fun. And to me, if it hits all that criteria, I'm good. I have no complaints because it meets the criteria for me to have fun. You have people complaining about games because they just want to complain and they have this tax they want to put because I guarantee you, we're going to get into this later. I guarantee you, if the merger didn't go through, Call of Duty would have been ranked a seven, at least a 7 or 8.
Oh
You wouldn't
yeah,
have
for
heard
sure.
this.
You wouldn't have had that. And I
You
had a
right.
feeling that's why you was like really like no. Because some people do have that bias. Like, oh, it's Xbox now, so I don't like it.
Yep.
That's
Ever
tough.
since 2013.
Yep. And you seen that video that Major Nelson, somebody was putting out that was running Major Nelson was telling everybody, no, if Nintendo does it, they get a grade. And I got another one that I'm gonna kill you guys on. I'm not even gonna say it. I posted something somewhere, then I heard somebody say what I said late. I'm like, everybody's taking my I shouldn't say my analogies until we get on here because people steal what I be saying. I'm telling you they do. But anyway, uh, I just think it's kind of funny. It does exist, and people can say it doesn't, but it does, and it's actually factual. So I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on that. As far as Call of Duty, I can't tell another person how to spend their money, but I have never been um, peed off about Call of Duty. I've never been to the point where disappointed with Call of Duty because I know what I'm buying it for. I'm buying it for over the over the top first person shooter. That's it. Over the top just to have fun. Something to pick up and play. You can once
Hmm.
you beat the campaign, you can say, you know what? I'm gonna play Call of Duty for a half an hour. I can pick up and play it. Don't worry about it because I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. You beat the campaign. You can pick up and play and beyond. And that's what Call of Duty is about. That's why Call of Duty sells because you can pick it up and play. You got a half an hour. You got 15 minutes. You can put one round. And okay, I just want to get my little daily round in. You can do it if you want to spend all day because I was playing it last week and I actually played it yesterday for a hot minute and I played one game. I think I'm a level 130, 140. Somebody else is doggone near 900 or something like that. I'm like,
Go
God.
do you have
outside. Good lord.
no, that's my point. I'm like, do you have a career? There's no way I could have masked that. But it goes back to two things. We play mini games, and that goes back to this. People play Call of Duty, they are dedicated to Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Those people don't play anything else.
At
2K
all.
and Call of Duty.
There you go. 2K and Call of Duty, 2K, Madden.
Casual
Okay.
game.
There you go.
The ultimate casual game.
There you go. But we'll see how it goes because I'm not buying the game until January when it goes on sale.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think and I don't think Microsoft is going to they're gonna stop them from selling it at that price because they're like, hey, we just spent 69 billion for it. So hey, it is what it is. And I don't blame their business. And I want my 75 cents a share when they give us our money on next month.
Get
I want my 75 cents a share. Yeah.
your everything.
Yeah, I want my money. So yeah. Sony not paying dividends. They don't pay it till next year, I think. I gotta look it up. I want my money from them too. I want all my money. Okay. This is gonna be a fun topic. What do y'all think about the PlayStation Portal? Is a DOA?
Dead on arrival.
Stay.
You know, people was getting mad at me in the comment section today. but
Why
I
is
don't
that?
know.
You
Cause
wanna?
I told him I like to leave my house if I
Yeah, I
have a
did too.
portable if I have a portable device, I want to be able to not worry about what games I can and can't play or oh my connection and like come on now. And I saw your post on Twitter about if you have to fight for the TV, here you go. And that's essentially what it's geared for. Come just
That's
face
that's
it.
what
Right.
it, that's what he's there for.
Okay, but
Pretty much.
here's the funny thing though. Now, if I gotta fight for a TV and you got your little kids living with you, and which you should, but I mean, like, if double and it was Junior and you only had one TV, you gonna say, well, Junior and I fighting over this TV, and you saying, hey, one, I'm gonna go buy uh Mega a PlayStation Portal so he can play his PlayStation. And I said, "Are you lost your damn mind?" Because I would say, "What is the difference in you just going and buying, spending $250 and buying a 35-inch TV for him or something like that?"
Yeah,
Same
I mean,
price
yeah,
bracket. Same price
yeah.
bracket.
it's like, who would do that?
I saw
You
this
can find
And
person.
cheap 4Ks for that price.
This person said, "Man, I've been sitting on my toilet for the past 6 hours. This is the
I
best
mean,
gaming I had."
and I saw somebody say,
What?
yeah, I saw
He's
somebody
just
said,
poking
no,
fun.
yeah, he was poking fun, talking
Oh,
about, well, it's good for the bathroom. I'm like, wow. But here are my concerns, and these are my concerns about it because it looks neat, but I can't do anything with it. Now you can play it with your personal Wi-Fi, right? And you can go over your friend's house and play it and use, and that's what I was talking about. What people weren't getting. It's no good to me because even if you go over your friend's house, and let's say, for instance, I have turned my PS5 on. I went over OG's house. OG doesn't stay more than what 1.2 miles from me. That's how far you stay, OG, about 2 miles. We probably on
yep,
the same internet provider. And
yep.
I'm like, okay, OG, I'm gonna use your Wi-Fi. Bring my PlayStation Portal over your house, and we're on the same backbone internet. I guarantee you the latency from even being less than 2 miles, we on the same internet backbone. But I'm on my PlayStation and it goes to my house to play it.
I just read something else about it.
And how is that fun? And then they're saying that if your PlayStation is on a wireless network, you're gonna get latency because it's doing the PlayStation is getting to the network wirelessly, and it's
Wireless and
also
it's sending that wireless.
and okay, here's the funny thing.
Stereo.
And it would have been fun if they would have let you go to a private or like a Starbucks or something like that. But you can't, you can't go to a Starbucks or anywhere where you have to sign into somebody else's network,
Oh,
right?
really?
Right?
Because the
No, you
Brownies,
can't.
they were mad at me because they said I can use hotspots out there. Okay.
No, you can't.
All right
If it's
then.
any type of,
You need the
if it's any type,
authentication. You need the
yeah.
authentication.
So what's the. Okay.
And here's my problem with that. And I'm coming from a cybersecurity perspective. You know why they didn't do that?
Hmm.
Um, someone could, and I know if you say, for instance, you go to Starbucks, right, and you boot your PlayStation Portal up. I don't know why they didn't put it. That lets me know that the PlayStation Portal doesn't have any type of real authentication or measures in there, certificate authorities to verify whatever. Even if it did, it doesn't. And there is something called an evil twin when you go to a Starbucks, and somebody will come up and put up a fake network, and it'll look like it. What if they
Yes.
authenticate and they sign on to that and get onto that network, and it says, "Oh, we dropped your XYZ. You got to put in your PlayStation ID, and you got to put in XYZ." It does not have a secure network or secure authentication to do a verify. And what if it did? It did a man in the middle attack where it's seeing everything that you're sending across that network, and it's taking all your information. What if it had it authenticate like that? I mean, if it couldn't authenticate, it's doing some type of the reason why it's not worried about it at the home because it's going through technically another private network where you do not have to do that. But the problem I have with that is, what if I was over double house and somebody broke into doubles network and they could get from the PlayStation Portal and see me log in? I don't even know what type of encryption they're using. They should be using some form of encryption, but I don't see any time they have to be using some form of encryption. But I don't see it doesn't have what type of processor have to do the encryption, and can that be breached? Because knowing Sony, they didn't go the full way of putting doing the best encryption. I just don't feel that they went through that whole process.
It's a
But that's my
$200
point
thing.
exactly. But that's my couple of points I have that I don't think that's why it's not on there because they didn't want to go through that process. So any of you guys think you're going to get it?
Absolutely not. I'm
No,
good.
I'm good.
Well, I have to
I'm
buy a
good.
console first, so that's gonna be what, $800 to $900 investment altogether. I'm good.
Well, as I just said, and I was talking to you guys early, double wasn't on. Um, I really am digging that Legion Go. And if you say, well, you had to pay more money for it, well, I paid more money for it, and I'm okay with paying more money for
But I got
You
this
can do
extra.
more with it, so you.
exactly.
Because I
I
was
can do
reading.
more with it.
Yeah,
It's the hot.
if somebody's at home on your PlayStation using Netflix, then if
They
you're out
can't
on the
they can't
go,
play
you
it.
can't do it because it
Nope.
mirrors completely. So
Exactly. It mirrors, yeah, and it's using all the processing power of your PlayStation. So there's nothing you can do. It would have been even better, which boggles my mind that Sony didn't do this. They would have said, "Hey, it touches your account, it sees that you have an account, but it goes to the cloud to play all the games.
hmm that's what I
It
thought it was gonna
authenticates,
be.
yeah, and then you could play cloud service games. But this is totally idiotic. If I don't see now you they say it's sold out everywhere. And I think a lot of people don't know what that thing can do. Why would I go over OG's house just to play a PlayStation? I have it at home. I may as well stay at home.
Hmm.
Why am I go over his house just to play it? Unless I want to go over his house to show him, say, hey, look at this. What you think?
They finessing. It ain't no
Oh,
PSP. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a Vita. They
no,
finessing. They finessing.
it's
I don't like it.
it's
Because I know certain people will buy it regardless.
okay.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing. And I'm going right today. Today is going to be about bias. Forget the article, but IGN gave this an 8.
But
No, see, no, there is no bias. They're benevolent. IGN, all these reviewers are benevolent. No, they don't. They gave. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
They don't
minute.
get out much.
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, you
Wait a
should read
minute.
what they said.
Let me
Yeah, wait a
pull that
minute. Yeah,
up.
And
Hold
they
on.
deserve the 8.
but wait a minute. And gave the Steam Deck a 7.
what?
What? Why? Okay, so they
Okay,
don't like.
you
Wow.
Catnip? What was going on?
Wow. They're hermits. They don't get
so
out much.
no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, what if like this Christmas when I go out of town, more or less, if I had a PlayStation Portal, and I'm out of the country, not in the U.S., but I'm out of the country. There's specifically there's no way I can play because I'm in a hotel. The hotel, you have to sign into their wireless network. You have to agree to their terms and conditions in order to play, to get on their Wi-Fi. Everyone's been in a hotel, you know this. So tell me how I'm gonna use my PlayStation Portal
You not.
now when I'm on my well. Now I just got to put my private VPN on my Legion Go. I sign in with PIA so I can look like I'm in Chicago, and I sign into my XCloud account. Not yeah, my cloud account if I want to play, but I still authenticate like I'm in the U.S. and I sign in my Microsoft account. I'm still playing all my games that I can still even download games if I want to, but all of them are still on my will be on my Legion Go. Yeah, my account on Legion Go. Doesn't matter. Why didn't they do that? Because if I leave town and I had a PlayStation Portal, I'm DOA. I can't do anything with it.
It's just a hunk of metal. It's a paperweight.
Hey, look what I got.
Oh, hey, OG,
Mm-hmm.
when you didn't get on, Mega was like he's gonna ask you to buy him one of those
What?
PlayStation Portal.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Whoa,
You
whoa,
see,
whoa, whoa,
I wanted to. I'm catching him sleeping. See, he's not paying attention. Then you hear his name. Then he starts saying, "Wait, what you say?"
Man, need a minute. I got some malfunctions going on.
I
I
have
didn't
no
agree to this.
interest in a PlayStation Portal.
You have no interest in it.
No, I really don't.
He know they're trying to finesse people.
No, no, they're
Trying,
not
they about to.
trying. They
They
no,
about to.
they are succeeding.
They about to finesse a bunch of people. Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-uh. Okay, so I just wanted to get y'all quick opinion on that because to me, it's not worth it. I could even see myself spending 199. It's cheap. It's not bad price, but as you know, and OG knows, I told you guys, I don't share my screen. And if I'm playing, I like a big screen. And I love my big, and if I'm at home, I love my big screens, right? But if I'm out of town, I have to, do what I got to do and uh, play with what I have. But if I'm at home, like I don't,
I don't want to be like
I why I want,
portable to a
right?
public
Why I want to be portable? If I was, I'd be like OG at work playing. Then that's different.
yeah,
Oh, I hold on,
I'm looking at
hold
my
on,
helper.
hold
He
on,
be over there
hold on.
asleep.
Hold on. Yeah, let me edit that. OG and Jazz. I never
What?
see said sir.
What? I don't know
I be
what you
working.
talking about.
I don't know what they be doing.
All right, I
I be
started it. My
working.
bad.
I tried to do it, and I was like, I can't do this. I got to get up and do stuff. Hold
Okay,
on.
okay. So the consensus with the group is that none of you guys are interested in the PlayStation Portal.
They could have gave me a real one.
Heck
I know that's
no.
right.
I would have bought it if they
I,
would have gave me a real one.
yeah, if it could play in the cloud based off your account
Yes.
and authenticate who you are, no problem. It would have been a seller.
Yeah,
Just
I
give me
would have bought it.
some, right? It would have been worth it. Then I'm like, okay, I'm out of town. I can have two devices to play my Xbox games, PC games, all of this. It would have been off the chain. But as is, I'm not doing it. Okay, there's a rumor, and then we're gonna get to our big topic. There's a rumor that Baldur's Gate is going to release sometime. It's going to be announced, and Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be released. And they're all talking about it. Do you think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be a hit on Xbox? Meaning, do you think it's going to sell like gangbusters? Because did you notice that everyone's making a big topic about Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox now? And the guy came out last week and said, "Ooh, we found out that we could make sure doing it on the Xbox Series S allowed us to get extra power or learn how to develop and get 34% additional power or something out of it." They said to some that effect. You guys saw that, right?
34% VRAM.
VRAM, right? So the rumor has is that they're going to announce something. I think they said at
VRAM for our audience. VRAM.
virtual.
Mm-hmm.
That
So we have.
means go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said that means that they're utilizing some hard drive space or some space, either in that virtual, even not the hard drive or the GPU, somewhere around there, of the additional RAM, utilizing it while the other section is not using it. The other part of the memory is being used somewhere else.
And not only that, them working harder to get it to work right on the Series S made it better for the Series X and the PS5
Yes, and PC.
and PC. So yeah. If you ask me,
Yeah, go ahead.
I I I think if it comes to Game Pass, I think everybody's gonna play it. Yeah, for sure.
You think that?
hmm I
Oh
think
yeah,
people
you
play Game
said Game
Pass.
Pass. Okay, you said Game Pass. You're correct.
Yeah, I mean that's the rumor. If it come to Game Pass, so I don't know how many people gonna buy it though. I don't know.
What are your thoughts, Serge?
I think the people who are excited about it gonna buy it, and people gonna be disappointed and be like, "Why did I buy this?"
Yeah,
Okay.
why did I buy this?
What about
They gonna-
you, Jazz?
No, I mean I'll check it out. I'm not. That's not my type of thing, but I think it'll
Okay,
sell a bit. We'll see.
okay. Okay, hold
Turn
that thought.
based.
No,
Hold on. No, 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 no. Okay, hold
no.
on.
Go ahead.
Uh,
I'm done.
uh, okay, Megan. What about you?
Um, Perhaps if it was on Game Pass, then yeah, I could see it doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's my point. I'm going back in time. Remember, was it earlier this summer when a certain fan base, and I'm saying fan base, didn't have anything to talk about, and they said that Baldur's Gate 3, when the controversy that it couldn't run on the Series S and it couldn't do a split
Oh,
screen. And
Mhm.
I can care
I don't
less about
remember
split
that.
screen because
But they said
anybody know me, I
We don't
told
share
Double,
screens.
I ain't sharing our screen, you go somewhere else. So I can be uh that is just not something for me. But they made the Xbox community look bad. So people were already kind of shady with that whole game because they're like, wait a minute, you're gonna diss the Xbox community. Y'all remember that, right? And then
Yep.
it was
Yep.
like, oh, some character said it was gonna do great on the PS5, right? It announced it was nowhere to be found on the
Uh,
PS5. No one was playing it. My point with that is that if you think no one played it on PlayStation, no one's playing that game on the Xbox. And I
yeah,
tell people that it's not going to, my bet, if not, mark my words, aggressively, I'm going to say, no, I'll say that if it shows in the top 10, I'll be amazed. But I don't think the game's going to sell in the top 10. I don't care what anyone says because one, it's turn based. And it's that, what's that type of turn based? And I'm not interested in that at all. So I won't spend my money.
RTS. So
mm-mm.
It's the whatever that type of C is it C turn based whatever C type or whatever. But it's a game that I wouldn't play. And that being said, but and that's what like OG said. If it comes to Game Pass,
I tried.
and that's all I can say.
That's
Might
the
be a little
only
And
yeah.
way.
behind the scenes
that's
waiting
the
for
only
some
it
challenges.
right. And the thing is, this is what makes me think it's coming to Game Pass, and we're going to know on the 7th because they have a special announcement on the announcement date, specifically at the video game at the Game
He
Awards.
said a
Right?
special announcement on the announcement.
They that's what they did say that to some degree that they're going to have Why would you announce the
They said
release
the
date
Game Awards, didn't they?
at the Game Awards? Right at the Game Awards. So why admit that you're going to do it at the Game Awards if you don't have it coming to Game Pass? I mean, who cares
Game Pass.
if that's not going to be a Game Pass? Because the way I see it feels like you know what we couldn't put any games from this merger out quick enough. Let me surprise the Xbox gamers and put Larian because Larian was one of the studios they wanted to buy. Remember that, right? It was on that
Did they?
short list for my yeah. When them
They was on the
documents
short
leaked,
list.
they was on the short list.
Yeah.
So my point, we'll see December 7th. And I think December 7th is a Thursday, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Usually Game Awards is on the third on the what you call it? It's on a Thursday. I mean, yeah, let's see. Yep. It's on a Thursday. I just looked it up on my computer, which I don't know if we're gonna broadcast that day. because they may be going late for me, and I'll be
Uh-huh.
dropping y'all like a bad habit. You know, I go to
It's like, all right,
mm-mm.
bloop,
Here, I'm done.
get up tomorrow.
Oh,
Finish some weights.
yeah, see y'all tomorrow. That is what it will be.
Like you
Um,
said, they didn't already ran those numbers. They know it's not
I
gonna
think
sell
they
on
did. Yeah, they
Xbox.
know the game. If it didn't sell on PC, I mean on PS5, it's not selling on the
Sell on
Xbox.
PS5, you ain't gonna sell on Xbox.
Definitely. With all the games on Xbox.
Hmm. So Phil
Okay,
probably said, "Look, let me just go ahead and pay y'all off. Man. You just dropping in Game Pass."
that's what I think gonna happen. So let's get to this hot topic of this last topic because this everyone's been ablaze about this week Game Award nominations, and the thing was what a lot of things were going on about the Xbox tax, and if it's an Xbox game, why did it? Why did Starfield not get nominated? One, not only did Starfield not get nominated, Hogwarts didn't get nominated, and so if they're
So
biased,
what specifically?
Game of the Year
Because Hogwarts didn't get nominated.
for Game of the. Wait a minute. Here's the funny thing: Hogwarts didn't get nominated for anything.
I was just about to say
Nothing.
that. Yeah.
At
Nothing.
all.
So let
At
me. I'm
least
gonna
at
go.
least Starfield got nominated for
Okay,
something.
but one. Okay, but let me give y'all a couple. I'm gonna go down the list for a couple of games that was a couple of topics. Game of the Year. I'm gonna run through this real quick, but it's some things I want y'all to take note of. Game of the Year: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of comments when I say this. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, heavily bug ridden. Spider Man 2, heavily bud ridden. Resident Evil remake, but how can a remake get nominated Game of the Year? Super Mario Brothers, Wonder, The Legend of Zelda, two Nintendo games. Best game direction: Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Marvel Spider Man, Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda. Same thing over again. Best adaptation. Now, here's the funny thing. Best adaptation. These are movies. Castlevania, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us. The Last of Us is going to win. But Gran Turismo was a
Yep.
flop, but it was nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Super
And I
Mario
ain't
Brothers.
hear nobody talking about that.
Yeah, Twisted
Funny, I
Metal.
forgot that existed. I'm
All
sorry.
right, hold on. Twisted Metal. That was on Peacock. I haven't watched that, but that's a Sony production. Best narrative: Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Phantom Liberty by Cyberpunk. I can go with that. Marvel Spider-Man, Final Fantasy. Okay. Best art direction: Alan Wake, Hi-Fi Rush, Liza P, Super Mario Brothers. I don't know how Super Mario Brothers can be best art direction, but that's just me. Legend of Zelda. I'm not gonna go through the score, audio design, best performance. Idris Elba is for Cyberpunk. He should win it. Or Melanie LeBird for Alan Wake 2. That must be the woman. Uh, Best community support. This one is interesting. Best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, which was bug ridden, Destiny 2. Why was Destiny even nominated? Final Fantasy, but when the community is upset with them, why wasn't Halo nominated? Because Halo is making a comeback and their community is great. Who was it? Who was it that took a shot at Obsidian? Did Obsidian take a shot at the Game Awards, saying, "Hey, what about our community? We didn't get nominated."
They did say that Obsidian.
hmm Best indie cocoon and a couple other things, but I want to give you guys those. Then you had someone was nominated, a guy who was nominated for esports. He only coached esports for 15 minutes, and they nominated him. And the guy wrote on Twitter or somewhere, "Take me off this list. I only did it for 15 minutes."
Oh
See,
wow.
Now, yeah, he did.
trash,
And I wish,
trash.
yes. So my point I'm making is when everyone was talking about, I don't have the game, but everyone told me it's fun and it's on sale, so I may buy it after Christmas because it'll be on sale again, and that's Hogwarts. But when Hogwarts didn't make it, that was a sign. when a guy from IGN said if Starfield isn't on PlayStation, I'm going to rank it low. So please tell me, why do people think that there's no prejudice in the game and that Starfield wasn't a good game to get nominated over the ones that's nominated?
For what categories?
Game of the year. Tell me
Are
how
you
it.
just saying specifically for game of the year?
Yeah, yeah, for game of
Now
the year.
I
I'm just
Like art
agree.
direction or narrative
any of
or
that, anything.
in
I think
one.
Starfield got one nomination, but why? What Xbox game? And they're saying what Xbox game? Okay, here's the thing, and I didn't know this either. When what's that game? That Japanese developer made that game. What is that game? The Walking Simulator. What's that game?
Death
By
Death
Stranding.
Stranding.
Death Strand. That's it.
The
That's it.
walking simulator.
Okay. Death Stranded released the year Gears of War 5 released. Gears of War looked better, was ranked better. Gears of War didn't get a nod,
Not
but
at all.
what you call it did, and it was an 8.2,
Yep.
Mm.
and
And
it
it
won
was ranked
Game of the
years
Year.
was ranked higher.
It won Game of the Year, didn't it?
Yep.
Oh, dang, this was
So
back in 2020, right?
right. So please tell me, everyone's saying that there is no bias. There is definitely bias, and I made a term, and people didn't pick it up, but I kept showing people this. If they're saying, "Oh, we're all faking," it's not. But is gaming not the biggest entertainment form? It's bigger than movies now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I think Jeff, and I said it, not my opinion. I think Jeff Keighley reminds me of a used car salesman. I think he's fake. I think he's up one company's uh, he's only with one company, and they all got this tax to make sure Microsoft looks worse. When you can't put Starfield as a game of the year nominated, I didn't know that you can walk
Over a
into
remake. Say what you want to say. Over a remake.
a remake. Okay,
Because it's
so
true.
okay. Here, this is what I want to happen then, and I posted this somewhere. Then we may as well put Fallout 4, make it a remake. Shouldn't that be Game of the Year? Because didn't it win Game of
Yeah,
the Year
it
one
won
year?
game of the year. Yeah, true that.
Exactly.
One
So
game of the year.
put
True. True.
put it out again, and it should win Game of the Year.
It
And
should
I
win game
guarantee
of the year.
you, there you go, remake. So it shows you the hypocrisy, right? And everyone thinks these. Okay, like the Keeley said, "Oh, I don't have anything to do with it." If you set the thing up, you had 100% to do with it. Everything you are the author and the executioner. Nothing's going to get by you. You want to say, "Oh, well, I let all these different outlets. Uh, I let all these. Somebody's doing something in the background. A lot of noise. I let all these different outlets vote on it, and my hands are clean." That's not true. That's not true. And all the different outlets. Somebody made a good analogy. All these different outlets. They were brought up on PlayStation, and the majority of them review games on
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation. So how are they
So,
ever going to have
PlayStation
so
a
King.
exactly? They're paying them. So you guys give me your opinions on. Do you think it's some prejudice? Do you think they are who they remind you of at this point? Who they remind you of? Jazz,
Uh,
who they remind
oh,
you
I
uh,
want to answer this.
who do they
of? And I
remind?
posted this. Yeah, I posted it everywhere. So people should pick this up real quick. But go ahead. Who do you think that reminds you of? And mine was more of a less of an analogy.
I don't know. Ooh.
Can I answer this?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. Who did they remind you of?
Go ahead,
Because I
Megan.
don't
You
want to say
answer
the
that.
wrong thing or I don't want to say something mean.
Me
So,
too. Go ahead, Megan.
The Oscars.
Exactly.
ah,
That is
Bang,
well,
bang,
he
bang. He
got
said, I
bing, bing, bing.
got it.
He got it. He hit the
I
nail on the head.
got
Because
it.
remember this?
no.
Yeah, I remember. I'm saying this as an analogy because I posted it everywhere. Everywhere I posted, I had a white Oscar being drawn over white, and I'm saying Oscar so white, Game Awards so PlayStation, right? And it wasn't about. It was an analogy. It wasn't about. But people were going out for saying, "Wait a minute, these movies were just as good, and they're not getting nominated." So you're telling me the Oscars could do it, but the game developers, but all these outlets, they are benevolent. Really? This is the analogy. I'm not saying anything about that has nothing to do with race or anything like that. So when I said Oscar so white, I don't want anybody to think that's what it's about. But,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it was the
Yeah,
point
it's just
of
what people
everyone.
say.
Right. It was just a point of only certain type of movies got nominated. Certain people got nominated all the time, over and over again. Who is the number one actress that get has won more Oscars than everybody?
Ooh, that's
And
easy.
she no, that's really easy.
Meryl
Look,
Streep.
Hell yeah, I'm about to
there
say
you
her.
go.
Her.
That is
Yeah.
it. There you
That's
go.
a trip. I
And
love
any
that.
movie, right?
I need to
I
Any,
pull
like her though, but yeah.
any,
Trivial
yeah,
Pursuit.
yeah.
But I need
Nothing,
to
nothing, nothing
See how it
against
just comes
her.
out real fast?
Right.
Meryl Streep.
No, yeah,
play
nothing,
some Trivia Pursuit. Jeez.
nothing against her. She's a great actress, but every time she in something, oh, she just automatically nominated.
Oh yeah, she gonna win.
Really?
She gonna win.
Automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mean she gonna win, but she automatically gonna be in there.
They
There
love her.
you go. And
Yeah.
that's the point where if you look down the
Favoritism and
list,
bias.
and that's my whole point. It's favoritism and bias, and everyone's looking like, oh, it's not, and we all crazy. No, if it looks like a duck, walk like a duck, then it's a duck. When you can sit up there and tell me that first the whole thing was that, oh, Starfield has a lot of bugs, but Starfield didn't release with as many bugs as Spider-Man did, or Baldur's Gate that was in beta forever, then it released still with bugs. So make that make sense. First it was bugs. Oh, it's not bugs anymore. Well, we just don't like this. We don't like that. We're going to say because the physics in this game, well, it didn't hit right with us. Starfield, regardless of what anyone says, is immersive. It takes you do what you want to do, and I think that's what a lot of people like in Spider-Man. You're being handheld. It's telling you what to
Mm-hmm.
do. None of us who played Starfield, which is what I like about it, had the same exact experience. We may have went through the same uh, quest, but we did it differently. It's not holding your hand. I can stop at one part of a quest, go do another quest, and come back to it. It's gonna be right there waiting on me. You go in Starfield, you got buildings you can go into. You got spaceships you can fly. You got cabinets in the spaceship you can fly. You got NPCs you can talk to. So please help me understand. Now, don't get me wrong. The cinegraphics, and I think that's the word, in Baldur's Gate are off the chain. They look good. All the interactions, they look great. It's still a turn-based game. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a good game, but it's not my cup of tea.
It's not. But my point is, Hogwarts, because of this word, they said it was too woke. Now, I have an
Because of
alternating opinion.
oh
I
my
have an
god.
alternate. I have an alternate opinion of this because because they said the lady was against transgender or whatever. I don't even want to go down that route
Mm-hmm.
because
I was
it's
thinking that
Tricky
too.
place to
it not
be.
not.
They
But
didn't want to get backlash for having it in. That
right,
was
so
my
the
thought.
That's really the
game
main reason.
that that was the only reason. But you have to. I looked at that from my term is that I'm looking at it if from a if to me the way I interpret it, I didn't think the way she said it, she was against anybody. She just in my this is the way I interpret her saying things is that she was like, yeah, you can be transgender, you still will not. And that this is what I think she said. You will not understand the process of having a baby because a woman has a baby. Now, is that a fact? Yes.
Yes.
So I don't think people could get mad at that, but this is what I thought she said. I don't want to get into that, but you, that's just fact.
Then if
That's
they
like
break it
saying,
in terminology, that's it. Because then you got the cis woman versus woman, and it's like,
right? And I mean no, no, but that's not like I said. But they went after her for that, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even getting in that debate. But it's just the fact that okay, then I turned it around and said, what if somebody was a racist and made a game, and we know they're a racist? Would we say something about it because they made a game and everybody liked it?
But is the game about racism? If
Mm,
not,
no,
then
because guess what? Guess what? Final Fantasy 16 didn't have not one black soul in it.
true.
And everyone made a big. They didn't make a fuss out of that, did they? They defended that.
They made
It's
one
their
fuss
choice.
out of the last game, but not this one.
Right, right.
Interesting.
Because he said he wanted to keep it, but but it wasn't a racist game or anything like that. But it
Mm-mm.
was.
But people made the stink, no less.
But I had a problem with it because I'm like, well, if it only has people of one color because it's Germany, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. But
Yeah.
if you're telling me you put every other race and then excluded me, I have a problem with that.
Bingo.
That is right. But if you're just saying it's just, it's based off German and we want to do this and it's based off that we only have Germans in it, I have no problem with that. Do what you do. That don't mean I'm gonna play it or buy it because we're in 2020 and I think everyone should be included and you should see people that look like you. But if this is the older game saying Germany, then hey, I played it because it's free. I played it. It's just a big video to me, but it's kind of cool. I'm not buying it, but I just wanted for us to talk about a little bit about the biasness in the industry. People act like it doesn't exist, and there
Well,
is. And
everybody
Hogwarts,
has bias here. It's a
yeah,
human trait.
but Hogwarts got played.
Yeah, they did. Like they weren't even considered for anything.
No, for one, not even for one. Are you kidding me?
Not no category, period.
Not any category.
Like it didn't exist at all.
And that was the
And it was
hotness everybody was talking about early in the year.
And
That
people
was
were
the
enjoying the
hotness.
mess out of it. It was just the people who had a problem with what somebody said who created it that they based the game off of. Had a
Yeah,
and,
who
problem.
and,
had no hand in developing the
and
game, but
not not one hand in developing the game. But but the game got played like a $2 bill.
At
And
the
I
end of the
just
day, I'm
think,
not too like surprised they did that because the Game Awards have that, IGN mentality. Because Jeff Keighley used to be an IGN editor, right?
yeah, it used to
Yeah,
be and the video
Yeah.
game
he
and
was the man.
GTV too. GTV too.
Mm.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And he still reminds me of a used car salesman. I don't care what anybody says. And I'm not going to get over that because I just think that's what he reminds me of. And he's fake. I just don't sit well with fake people. My 2 cents.
Oh, they were votes.
So
Mm.
on December 7th, we'll see who's going to win. And I don't think Xbox is going to win any game, any of the awards. But Starfield
Man,
and
I don't think it's
Hogwarts,
gonna mean nothing.
and it's all based off. And here's my point: what Microsoft should do. And if I was Microsoft, I'm like, okay, I got you one better. I would not even have any team show up. That would be one. And next year, you want to review any Microsoft game, it will be on the Xbox. All Call of Duties, you're not choosing anything. What I'm tired of it is Microsoft being nice. Stop being nice. And like you say, my parents taught me, if nobody want to play with you, don't worry about it. Play with your own friends. You don't
Mm.
have to go out and play with people. Do you? So they should, and they should be really sneaky and develop a new game show. Work with a couple of developers. I mean, talk show hosts, sponsor a new game show in January. Include all the big games and do better independent voting and transparency. Because you don't know anything behind what how the voting goes at the Game Awards. 10% of the viewers vote. That's nothing. People of the gamers vote. That's what I mean. 10% of the gamers vote. 90% of the others vote. How is that fair? Journalists, and most of the journalists are biased. But we'll see in a couple of weeks. Those are December 7th, and I'm predicting Baldur's Gate will win. And if Baldur's Gate doesn't win, you know it's fake because somehow Spider-Man wins. But Spider-Man is going to win something because you're not going to let PlayStation not win something, and you're not going to let um, Nintendo not win something. And I'm gonna
I'm going
tell
for
you,
I think
Say
Zelda's
what?
gonna win.
I don't think Zelda's gonna win.
I think Zelda's gonna win.
You may be right, but me myself, I don't own the Switch. But you already know I'm prejudiced, but I let it be known. But I didn't say that I had a problem with uh, Zelda being nominated. I'm just not a person who could judge it because I don't play. I don't have a Switch, and I'm not a big fan of it.
He said, I don't even know if it deserved
And
to be
it's
a contender.
the
But
fun
I'm
thing
not.
is
But
that like the fun thing is that I can't even say anything since Zelda's the only one I ever played, so I can't give out, an opinion on who I think
but
is going to win.
but you can give opinion on the game. Do you think it was fun?
Yeah,
Was it? Did it engage you? Was there a
yeah,
learning curve? Were you impressed with the graphics?
yeah.
Okay.
I
So why
think
didn't
I
you
think
finish it?
I'm
Oh,
usually
oh,
No,
slow when it comes
yeah.
no,
to
I
beating
no,
thought he
no,
games.
did.
because no, he didn't finish it. But my point is the game engaging enough to make you keep playing it? Like, oh, gee, he continuously plays Starfield, so that's engaging.
yep.
Yeah, it is because whenever I play the game, it's like usually my play sessions are around like 5 to 7 hours.
You just discovering more and more stuff.
Ooh, a
Yeah,
side quest. Ooh, a side quest. Ooh, I use
yeah.
it. Ooh.
Actually perfectly explains it.
Okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
see how who wins, but I'm going to say Xbox not. Even Hi-Fi Rush is not going to get anything, which could have been a good game, which is a good game, but it's not going to get nominated. I
That
mean,
wasn't
it's
even
not going to win.
the soundtrack thing, right? It wasn't even in the.
No, I think the soundtrack
It was
got
the
something, didn't it?
music thing.
Yeah, I think it's.
Was it in the soundtrack?
I
Hmm.
think
Hi-Fi
it
Rush?
was
I thought it
best
was just
action
in
game.
art.
I think it was in art,
Art design?
sound,
Yeah.
and composure. I think I gotta look it
Okay,
up.
best RPG: Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and
Only time you're gonna see
Starfield.
that.
Right, and you know who gonna win? You know who gonna win? Best RPG is either going to
Hogwarts.
be Baldur's Gate or
I
Final
believe so too.
Fantasy, or maybe Sea of Stars.
I don't know enough about Sea of Stars. So
This is gonna be Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate gonna get that. And Game of the Year is gonna be Zelda.
You may be
It's
right.
funny. I can see Spider-Man 2 winning that just because I'm doing it based off of okay, it needs to be a game that's like, big IP, really mainstream,
Wait a minute.
and
Stop. You can see what being what based off what. You can see Spider-Man being what?
what?
I need that
No, I'm
sound
asking
clip.
him. I know I'm asking him for
You got to
clarity.
explain it to me.
I want you
You
to,
got
yeah,
to
because
explain
you can
that
see,
to me.
yeah. You can
oh,
see
I'm only doing
Spider-Man.
that prediction as in like in the eyes of I guess
But
Jeff
no, no,
Keighley.
no, 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 no. What I'm asking you, what are you saying Spider-Man to being the best of what? The best what?
Oh, Game of the Year. I'm talking about Game of the Year.
And give your reasons again.
And my reasons is because, well, big IP, it got rave reviews. It's Spider-Man, and
Okay,
it's a
hold on,
PlayStation
hold
title.
on. Okay, so everything you just said is biased. Outside of saying it's a good game, everything you just said it was biased. There's nothing factual to what you said because you said, and that's what the whole thing. You said it's a big IP.
Correct me if
So a
I'm
big
wrong, but I think Megan, let me know if I'm wrong, but my interpretation of what you said is that that's what you expect them to vote for those reasons, not personally what you think is going to win.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
so you saying that's the way Jeff Keighley thinks?
yeah. That's
Okay,
what my
And
point's
then the
supposed to be.
bias is
okay, yeah,
then
okay. Then you're right. Now I can see that. I can agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
do agree with you.
I believe if was it Mario Wonder, if it would have came out right behind the movie, that probably be Game of the Year. Because Wonder just came out, correct?
It came out around October 20th.
Yeah. If it would have came out earlier in the year, I bet you that would have been Game of the Year.
What would have?
Mario Wonder.
It's talking about Super
No,
Mario Wonder,
no,
but
it wouldn't.
I feel like based on the eyes of the Game Awards, I don't see it just because it's a 2D game, and they have like a bias for that.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, we'll see how this goes because I don't think, like I said, it's going to be 2 or 3 games to take it. It's going to be Spider-Man's going to win something, Baldur's Gate's going to win something, and definitely Nintendo's going to win something. Xbox is not getting out of it with anything. But we'll see. And everyone, we've reached the end of our topic, so let's get our outro zone and what we'll be playing this weekend, what will we be streaming because Serge got his what's that Legato, whatever?
Elgato.
Elgato. Somebody's Gato. Okay. Where can we find you, Mega?
He got toes.
A big old toe.
In the
Toes.
hills.
Ooh,
And he got toes.
Well, he's a human and he got toes.
Where can we find you, Mega?
Oh, well, you'll find me every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, right here on the Gamers DMZ podcast.
Okay. Thank you very much. What about you, OG?
You need to do commercials, Megan.
Yeah, that was his best way. That's his best outro.
That boy good.
Okay.
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew, OG Double M. You can also find me on Twitter, causing havoc, OG Double M. And you can also find me in all things geeky on Facebook.
All right. And Jazamoto.
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew, everybody else. Also on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twex, and YouTube, all Jazzymoto.
Okay. Sir Rich.
Well, you can find me here, just like everybody else, on here Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. As well, you can find me on Twitter, aka X, under Sir_Rich, Facebook under Sir Rich Gaming, YouTube as well, Sir Rich Gaming. And you can find me on Twitch as Sir Rich.
Okay. You can find me here. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Those who are still watching, please like and subscribe. Trying to get better and get more viewers. So tell friends or even copy this when we finish and come back and link it and send it to other people to listen to. Just getting started. It's only been almost a year, or a year, a bit over a year, but we're still trying to grow. Thank you guys for the support. Let's see, tomorrow I'll be playing some games, headed to the long weekend, but other than that, we won't be broadcasting next week because it's Thanksgiving. So we won't be broadcasting. You guys can enjoy, everyone be enjoying their families, eating and becoming more overweight than they are right now. But
Okay.
but over this weekend, I think I'll be, you can find me here. You can find me on my Xbox as the one, PlayStation as the one again. And I'm playing my Legion Go. And I actually like it. And thanks OG for reminding me about it coming out because I had to cuss him out because he forgot to tell me. And that's actually a fun device. So again, thank you all for watching and supporting us. And that's
Subscribe,
it.
like, and everything else.
And subscribe, like, and be safe. And say holla, holla, holla.
Holla, holla.
Have a happy
Holla,
Thanksgiving.
holla, everybody. Holla,
Happy
holla.
Thanksgiving.
Holla,
Holla, holla with the gobble, gobble.
Gotta
I can do the turkey.
That's a good gobble.
Bye.
Holla, gobble.
Let me
Turkey. Come on, boy, let's get that turkey.
holler.